Hello, beautiful Aries. I hope you are doing fantastic. I am Elena Valdez, and I'm here to do your September 2024 monthly reading. I hope that you're taking very good care of yourself, beautiful Aries. And yeah, let's get right into this reading. We're going to start with potential challenge. We're then going to lead into the opportunity for joy this month, and then we'll have advice for you, okay? All right, lovely. I have already pre-shuffled a lot of these cards. So, all right, first position, 3 cards. Second position, 3 cards. And advice. All right, and now we'll get into the next deck. We're going to use 2 decks today. And this is for potential challenge. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, and the opportunity for joy. I see. And the advice. All right, gorgeous. Let's do this for our beautiful Aries. Okay, so in the position of the potential challenge here for the month of September, we've got the Nine of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. We have 2 2s. So what that means is that there's a potential here, beautiful Aries, you're about to have an option to go 2 different paths here, or you are about to be presented with 2 options, or life as you know it is about to change, okay? And so you're feeling that. You're feeling a bit of that, and there's some anxiety here, right, because of it. But the anxiety has more to do with the unknown with the 2 of Swords. There is something about this, whatever incoming energy you have going on here, beautiful Aries. Now, I failed to mention that this is a general reading. So it may be love, it may be career, it may be purpose, it may be family. We'll see what kind of reading it ends up being for you, Aries. But so far, this is about something shifting in your life, presenting you with 2 possible paths. And there are a lot of unknowns here. And so there's an element of stress coming into September. You know, with 2 2s, that's also about balancing. You could potentially, beautiful Aries, be dealing with 2 very different worlds within your life. So, for example, or 2 very different themes within your life, and figuring out how to balance that, right? So what do I mean by that? For example, you may have just started a new job and a new relationship. And so now you're like, it's not that you don't want it, it's just that you're like, oh, how do I deal with all of this change, right? And then from the other deck, you got another 2. And this time you got the 2 of Cups. So I'm going to say that one of these paths for you, Aries, has something to do with a connection with another person, okay? And you also have the Devil, which can symbolize a person who is very tempting to you. Maybe there's a little bit of obsessiveness going on right now. Or potentially, maybe there is something about this situation that can, for now, seem a little bit unhealthy, okay? And then you have the Queen of Wands. So this may potentially represent you, beautiful Aries, or it may represent another fire sign or another person with fire sign characteristics. So that would be creative, very inspiring, lots of energy. And just somebody who basically says what they mean, right? Or I should say is very direct and speaks up and just says what they want to say, okay? Not necessarily says what they mean. That would be more Pentacles. So when I look at this energy, I also sense Aries. Now again, to back up, for some of you, this has to do with other topics, right? Like this can be career. This can be family stuff going on. The partnership doesn't have to be romantic. The partnership can be just coming into agreement with someone else about some matter, some big matter with these cards here. But what's important to point out here is I think part of the nerves here is you're wondering if this situation is good for you with the devil smack in the middle. For some of you, this having to choose between two individuals with the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, it can potentially be a situation between a fire sign and an earth sign that you're trying to decide. Okay? That's not for all of you. Remember, this is general. Only take what resonates. But what I'm really feeling heavily, Aries, is that the anxiety of this unknown is you wondering if these options, or if one of these options is potentially unhealthy. There's something about one of these options, Aries, that makes you nervous. There's an underlying fear here. And that's the challenge. The challenge is like getting over, for some of you, this is going to be insecurities that come up, your own insecurities, and falling into patterns, the devil patterns of things that maybe negative things that replay in our mind about either things in the past that didn't work out. And again, this can be any situation, so apply it as it best resonates for you. But for a lot of you, it's about replaying old things that didn't quite work out well, being nervous about it. Ooh, is this going to be different, or is this going to be similar to those patterns? But there is an underlying fear, like you're really hoping that the other person or the other situation is healthy. You're worried. You're like, oh, is this person healthy? Is this person cuckoo? Can I trust this situation? Can I trust this new employer? Can I trust this new colleague, this new person I want to hire? Can I trust this situation? This can also be about trusting yourself, beautiful Aries. This can also be that you've worked on some shadow aspects of yourself here with the devil. And there is an opportunity here to come into union with someone, whether it's love or business, whatever. And you're wondering, have I learned my own lessons? Am I more mature than the last time? Can I do better this time? So there's a little bit of like not fully trusting yourself or being worried, like, am I going to be able to handle this? Okay. So, am I going to be able to be better this time around is what I meant to say. All right. So, your opportunity for joy. All right. So, we've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Ten of Swords. So, this is about ending a very confusing situation that you felt bound to. It can potentially be with an earth sign, something that ended with an earth sign that you felt obligated to, you felt bound to, you felt like some kind of obligatoriness to it. This can be a business person, this can be your former boss, a current boss, current business partner. This can even represent somebody you may have been dating, which, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who does very well for themselves, very grounded, but also can be a bit, not controlling, but maybe a little strict sometimes. Not in a bad way, just maybe more on themselves, right? So the opportunity for joy is ending that painful. There's something painful about like you felt stuck in that. There was something about that felt like, oh, you couldn't move. You couldn't be yourself. It's like you felt like you owed a situation your time, and the opportunity for joy is to walk away from that. And then this actually enunciates that. This repeats that with the Death card and the Ten of Wands, which is ending struggle, and the Queen of Cups. So this is about ending a situation, beautiful Aries. We have two tens here. Okay, so we have 3 twos here, which is about 2 different paths and balancing a lot. And then here we have 2 tens, which is about ending. And we have Death card, which is about ending and rebirth and transformation. And it all goes back to this King of Pentacles person or situation that is representative of the King of Pentacles. So again, that could be like a boss, for example, or a landlord, or somebody who has some kind of authority, or it can be a love situation that brought you, there's again, more burden. That's the Ten of Wands. Something about it just didn't feel good to you. So once you let go of that situation, or once you don't necessarily have to end it, but it's that obligatoriness of it, or that feeling that you owe someone something, or maybe they are making you feel like you owe them something, right? So here, the opportunity for joy once you end that is that you step into the Queen of Cups essence. And that can be that you're receiving this from another person, which is love, nurturing, being taken care of, like really being held and cared for. But this can come from another person, or this can come from you, beautiful. It's almost like maybe this situation was so heavy and so burdensome that you're like, oh, now that that's gone, I can really focus on what I need, nurture myself. That's one way this can play out. The other way is that you make room for someone or situation that makes you feel, brings out the parts of you that feel taken care of, the receptive parts, the creative parts, the nurturing parts, the emotional parts. And this can also be at the workplace, by the way. It doesn't only have to be romantic, right? It can even be in your family as well. All right. So your advice, you have Knight of Swords, excuse me, King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune, Two of Discs, which is Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. Okay. So this is your advice. There is a union here happening. And whatever this union is, Aries, whether it's a romantic one, an intellectual one, a purpose one, whatever this union is, whether it's with another person, another company, your business, your client, a new client, whatever that is for you. This is showing like two individuals that are very different elements. You see, you can even see it in the color there. Very different ways of doing life. One is fiery, creative, leader-like, inspiring, potentially a leader of some sort, like leads either a group of people, a company, what have you. The other one is about expressing themselves. This can also represent social media, someone who's into social media or in front of the public. You can also be a teacher, a student as well with the swords. But in any case, this represents two individuals that are very different, yet they're looking towards one another, meaning they are in agreement. So even though they are different and very different elements, because, you know, swords is air and wands is fire, that's very different. For some of you, this can be in someone's placement. It can be that the person that you're partnering up with, whether romantic or business, you know, some of their placements can be fire while the other is air, okay? But here's what's beautiful, is that these two individuals are looking toward one another with very different strengths. These are very different strengths, yet they work together. They're looking towards one another. We're not facing away from each other, and there's not a sense of war here. There's a sense of respecting the differences and coming to the same page together with those differences, along with allowing room for personal growth, personal expansiveness, individuality. Please remember, this can be a relationship. This can be a situation in your family. This could be your boss, your coworkers. I know I sound like a broken record every time I repeat this, but I want to remind you, because this is so much bigger, right? Not bigger in that, oh, tarot is big. No, but meaning bigger in that it can apply to so many different areas of our lives. You'll know how it applies to you if it does. Now, when we have the Wheel of Fortune here with the Two of Discs and the Ten of Cups, Something is going to rapidly change. Once you make the decision, Aries, once you decide what path you want to take, something starts to change. You start to change the trajectory of your life. Then you're needing to balance all the new things that are in your new life that you choose here in September. And then you get the 10 of Cups. So your advice, beautiful, is to allow someone or something that's different to you, but that gives to your growth, that is spilling into your growth. So for those of you moving into different companies or different organizations or careers or whatever, this can be about finally moving into an organization that allows you to be truly who you are and really spills into your growth here with the 9 of Pentacles, okay? And for those of you where this is a personal romantic relationship, the advice is to choose, to not be afraid to choose the person that is so different from you, that at first may seem a bit scary because they're like different, right? And to not be afraid to take that wheel, move things forward toward a different direction that you didn't see coming, balance those two energies out, because you're going to need to balance. For those of you who are starting new relationships, you're going to need to, it's new. So you're bringing a new energy into your space, into your life. It's going to require some balancing. But look at that. You got the 10 of Cups. So I feel that this is going to be a beautiful month for you, Aries. And I feel that the reason you're able to move into this new situation, beautiful, is, just look at this card. This is like happiness. This is happiness with a group of people. This can be your new workplace. This can be the new community you're moving into, new neighbors, the family of your new person, the friends of the new person you're dating, the potential that you and this new person may create together. There's so much here, right? I think September is going to be a big turning point for a lot of Aries. Look at this 2 of Cups. I love the duality. I love the duality in that. And it goes back to this here. Very different energies coming together, and it's exemplified in the illustration here. 2 very different energies coming together. Again, it can be romantic, it can be a company, it can be whatever. Oh, some of you are adopting, I just heard. Some of you, I feel like there's one person listening that's in the process of adopting. Are you questioning if you should adopt too? I'm hearing and I'm seeing all the 2s, and there might be one person here trying to figure that out. Maybe you were thinking of adopting one or having one child, and now the decision, now it's like there's something about number 2. There's a reason for that, okay? It'll resonate for those who it's meant to resonate for. Okay, with that said, beautiful Aries, just be courageous. Be who you are. Be who you are authentically as an Aries. Give yourself an opportunity for this new change. And yes, you can do it. Yes, the things that you have worked on, your shadow sides, the things that you may be worried about, like, oh my gosh, can I do this again? Yes, you can do this and better and more in the more evolved level, right? I think the reason this is all starting to unfold very nicely for you here in September is because this oppressive energy either saw itself out the door or you let go of it. Beautiful Aries, I hope you have a wonderful September. I hope to see you back here for the love readings and the mid-monthlies. And I am Elena Valdez. If you liked this reading, please comment, like, and or subscribe. Actually, subscribing would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Bye.